my dear Sagittarius. This is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a 4 elements pick a card reading up. Message from the person currently not in my life. That was made for the full members to the channel but was released to the whole channel a week ago. And the reading Message from the Divine is up for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks of being a member through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I use the Light Seers Tarot with Chris Ann, and I will start shuffling your cards. When I open your deck here, I see the 9 of Wands with the Chariot. So it seems like your person is in a little bit of protection position. It might be that this is you as well. This is actually Sagittarius energy. 9 of Wands with the Chariot. It's I feel like someone wants to look tough or like unbeatable, like this doesn't get to me. So either that's you or it's the other person. We'll see. I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Ace of Wands together with the 9 of Wands. So again, I'm feeling a lot of protective energy, like I got the torch now, I got the fire. And it's also inspirational in a way. It's a person that I've had enough, that I put boundaries up for themselves. Maybe this is you not even want to think about the person, so not having them on your mind. Okay. I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have the Star card. So the Star card shows that we have a particular destiny, or it's something out there calling us, like maybe a soulmate, a new relationship, or maybe we're trying to get over the old relationship, but it's not so easy if we have this kind of attachment, or if we have a destiny together. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, and here we have Judgment together with the 9 of Wands. So it's very likely that both people in this equation have the same kind of attitude, that something has happened in the relationship and we try to not go down memory lane and possibly instigate a reconciliation of the relationship because we know better. We know, or we feel like we know, or history tells us that we know that if we go down that road, history will just repeat itself. And we are trying to be logic here. We are trying to do what's sensible. Judgment. We're trying to not be easily duped, possibly by our own heart. Okay, so 6 elements. Earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Sagittarius viewers. So I want my dear Sagittarius to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I will just tune in to the person most on to you and the person most on your mind, and what this person would want to happen between you two. Okay. So this is their most likely action, but also the evolution of the relationship, and this is what they would want to have happen. And we have the Devil here. So again, it comes up that your relationship is, it feels like a false attachment, that we are attached towards the devil, or we're attached to someone that's not the best for us, but that we have almost like an addiction towards that person. So it might be that this person feels like they're a little bit addicted to you, and that the relationship isn't healthy, or that it's a self-destructive relationship. They might also feel like this about themselves, that maybe they are a little bit self-destructive, or they are doing things that's not healthy, neither for you or the relationship. So we'll see where it goes. And this is the most likely action. We have the Lovers there. So the Devil is 15, 1 plus 5, 6, the Lovers. So the person is very drawn to you, very attracted to you. So it's almost like a battle within. And it might also be a battle against you. Maybe you also think that this relationship is destructive, and that you shouldn't put energy into it. So this is their intentions. We have the King of Wands here. So the King of Wands feels like it's connected to the Star card that we saw. This person feels like there's a higher purpose with your relationship. They feel almost like their soul is calling them to engage in the relationship. King of Wands can be a picture of you, so they might be very passionate about you, feeling like it's very hard to break this bond, even inside themselves. Even if they have you are broken up, they can't still kind of get over you, because it's like you're this big magnet. And this is how they feel. 5 of Pentacles. So it's very likely that you have said something. Maybe you are putting yourself in the 9 of Wands, King of Wands position, where you're not letting them in because the relationship is destructive. They are agreeing with you, but in the same time, they also feel very lonely. They feel heartbroken or abandoned by you. And it's almost like forbidden fruit, that you are this forbidden fruit. And it makes them a little bit, it's like they feel hopeless, or they feel like things doesn't go their way, that they are unlucky in some way. And here we have how they view you, and we have the Ace of Swords. So whatever you told them, they know that you are right. Maybe you told them that you don't think that they can change, and that you have a very crystal clear view of what's going on between you two. So it's very likely that they agree with you, but maybe they can't change, or maybe they can't help themselves repeating old mistakes. And this is how they view the relationship, 3 of Pentacles. So it feels as if they are on the same page with you, that they kind of want to, it's like their mind is cooperating with you. They say, yes, you are right, I am like this, I would want to change, I know I need to, learn this, or I know I need to do things like this. So the 3 of Pentacles is a very cooperative energy. So it shows that they feel like you are good for them, but their behavior isn't good for them, and they would want to cooperate with you in the way that you have said or suggested with this Ace of Swords here. But it's not sure that they will be able to. It's the same thing as we are addicted to a drug. It can be very hard to end that addiction. It's why it calls an addiction. And they might be addicted to a certain behavior. For example, they might fall out of consciousness a lot. Like they know that they're not supposed to do that, or say those kind of things, or act in this way. But then they kind of go into their shadow, or the darker side, the devil here, and then they don't know what they do. They wake up a little bit earlier with their consciousness, like you are conscious here, and kind of turning your back against them is what I'm feeling as well. So you are seeing what they are doing, but it's easy to see another person's shadow. It's not as easy to see your own, because you become kind of unconscious when the shadow takes over. So we might not even know what it is that we are saying and doing. And often it's some kind of trigger that push the shadow to come in and take over. And for example, let's say that they feel like you don't love them enough, so the shadow comes in and take over, and they become rude or like cold or cutting with their words. And when they wake up like to their normal self again, they regret what they said and did, but they couldn't help it in that moment because they were kind of overtaken by their shadow, a part of them that they haven't really integrated in themselves. You probably know this from yourself, that sometimes we behave in ways that are less than favorable, but we might become so angry or so sad or upset, or maybe we go into our survival and just try to, not care about a situation or a person, and we become very cold. So this is what they would want to have happen. And 7 of Wands, it feels as if they, like when these triggers comes or their shadow comes, they would want to be able to fight the urge. It's as if, let's say that you have abandonment issues, and when your person says that we can't see each other for a month because I'm going to travel, and after I have traveled, I have promised to help a person out with this, so I'll be spending most of my time in their apartment or farm or whatever it is, and you might feel really abandoned in that situation and make a scene. Really you would want to play it cool. You know that this person needs to travel for work, and you know that possibly their elderly parents needs help, so but still you get triggered and you get like sad, you take it personal, like it's about you and how much they love you or don't love you, and it's very hard to deal with those kind of emotions. Same as if we get triggered and feel humiliated, or if we get angry, it can sometimes be very hard, but the person would want to be able to withstand their lower urges or different survival techniques that might kick in when they feel threatened. Okay, so the most likely action, we have the 4 of Wands comes underneath the King of Wands here. So again, they feel like loyal to you. They feel as if you are still together or you're on the same page. And 3 of Cups goes well with the 3 of Pentacles here. So they agree with you. They also feel like, I'm feeling like really empathic towards you. As you see me, you understand me, you know what I'm about, and you have forgiven me more times than I can count. And then we have the Knight of Swords comes underneath the Ace of Swords. This is, I think, their survival skill taking over, and particularly when you maybe tell them what they are doing wrong, maybe they see kind of red at that moment and they just jump ship and stop caring about the relationship, refuse to respond to you, or it's like very fast reaction where they suddenly they know that you are right, they know, they are so grateful for all the things that you have done to them, for them, and how you have understand them, but then when you say something that's so true possibly, but it has to do with their shadow, the shadow kind of kicks in, take over, goes into overdrive, might be like aggressive, or take the car and leave and don't say when they will come back, or can be like this little bit overreaction. And then we have the Fool together with 7 of Cups. And this Fool and the 7 of Cups feels like when we sober up after we got that angry, or after we run away, or after we said that, we kind of barked all over that person and told them like this and this and that and that and that. And when we wake up afterwards, we are like, oh, what happened? So 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 7 are challenges, spiritual challenges, things that we need to work on. in ourselves. So it seems like this person has good intentions, but they have a very dramatic reaction to their triggering when they get triggered by things people say or do, or their own circumstances. So it's almost like they are bipolar, or being taken over by, you know, an entity inside of them that takes over when themselves are in trouble in some way. Okay, I want to see a little bit more what this is about. Abundance, love. Okay, so the person does really love you, and it's what I feel with all these cards here. It's just that you're sometimes much smarter than them, and you say things so truthfully and so bluntly, and they can't really take the truth at some time. So they kind of blow off their handle, but they know that you're right. They love you, and even if this is a person that have really told you otherwise, it's like they see things your way when they have sobered up, but when they are in this triggered mood, it's like they don't know what they are doing. Okay, so clarify their intentions. We have the King of Wands there, and this King of Cups, so kind of says that they love you. They love you. They have a lot of empathy for you. A lot of like they see that you're a good person. King of Cups. But King of Cups sometimes have, particularly with the Devil, sometimes have, they're too fragile sometimes for living in this world, and can become, it's like an artist, or like a troubled artist, or someone that's, you know, super sensitive one minute and super angry the next minute. So how they feel for you. The Tower. I think this is when you are telling the truth about things. It makes them feel kind of small and insignificant, as if you know them inside out, and that you judge them and kind of see the worst in them, and it makes them feel like they're free falling, as if they can't lean towards like viewing themselves, for example, as a good person, because then you come and say, like, this is what I saw that you did, and it's not okay, and they know that it's not okay, but they had this idea that they were a good person, and then you say these kind of truths about them that makes them seem like a bad person, and that makes them free fall. It's as if they have nothing to lean on. They don't even know who they are, or they don't have control over themselves. This is not, I don't think this is a person spiraling into mental disease. I rather think that this is a person on the verge of healing. And most people that I have seen throughout my life has big shadows. They have things that they haven't sorted through. They have traumas, karmas, and they become very dramatic when they are triggered. And so this is normal, but to start to see things another person's way, and be able to see ourselves through their eyes, like this person is seeing themselves through your eyes, it shows awakening. It shows that this person is waking up, but they are not happy about this wake-up call, because it makes them lose the sight of who they were, because they thought they were this nice, diplomatic, wise person, for example. And now they see that they are nothing like that when they see themselves through your eyes. It's like seeing the world through a Picasso painting, and if they could shake themselves into not seeing things your way, they would see things just their own way, and that would make them calm down and realize, okay, so it's the way I said all along. And then they feel like, then the world is, makes sense again. But then you say something that so crystal clear and so truth that they are almost shocked, and then they don't know who they are. So clarify how they view you. King of Swords, Ace of Swords there, King of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is this card as well. it's as if you, maybe before you were kind of able to see through your fingers with their behavior, but now you aren't. You're just saying, no, this can't go on, I won't take it anymore. Or maybe you even broke up with them and said, this doesn't work for me because this is what you do again and again, and I'm over it. So very, really a wake-up call there. Okay, so clarify the 3 of Pentacles, how they view the relationship. 5 of Cups. They want to be the person that could make you happy or fulfill your expectations, but they feel that they can't and that you are not accepting them. 7 of Wands clarification. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles again. So it makes them make me feel so rough is what I'm hearing. This is a song I know. I will just try to. It's this somebody that I used to know. So it's they are in that moment that they say, how could you stoop so low? Tell your friends to collect your records and then change your number. So I don't even need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know, because you have kind of maybe broken up with them and told them that they are not good enough for you, and this is over. You see that they will never change and you are so over it. So even if you haven't broken up, this is a little bit how they feel, as if you have gone and changed. Before you had more tolerance with them, I think, and now you don't have that tolerance. You don't have to have that tolerance. Possibly when we are a little bit codependent to someone that has a destructive behavior, we kind of entertain that behavior with tolerating it. So I think a part of their awakening here is that you don't tolerate it anymore. Okay, so clarify the 4 of Wands, Hierophant. So it's like they feel as you are their family, as you belong together, that nothing can break you apart, or they will never want to live without you. You are their tribe, their safety. Okay, clarifying the 3 of Cups, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. They felt as if you would always have their back, and they could always trust you, and that you would love them forever. But then this kind of just changed because you saw the light and realized that, this is what they have been doing all along. I won't tolerate it anymore. So it's like a revolution happened. Clarifying the Knight of Swords. So in this moment that you saw the truth, they run away from it. But now they feel that it is the truth, and they kind of agree with you. So even if it was very hurtful for them that you dismissed them or judged them like this, they understand. Okay, clarifying the Fool, and we have Justice and 3 of Swords. So it's so obvious. Yes, you are right. I did that. I'm like this, and the fairest thing is to, just crawl under a rug and never come out of there again. But it breaks my heart, this person says, because even if I'm a fool, even if I don't have control over myself, I do love you. Okay. Clarifying the 7 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. It's like they say, with time I will figure this out, I will become a better person, but right now I'm periodically overtaken by my shadow, and then I do things I don't want to do, but I do them anyways. And I don't think you ever loved me. That's a little bit martyr. It's as if you just loved this perfect person that you imagined in your head, and when you realized who they really were, you just discarded them. I didn't believe you when you said you loved me. I think this is also a problem. This might be what triggers the person in the first place, that they don't believe that they can be loved by, or that you love them, and therefore they go into some kind of survival mode that makes them a less than nice person in that moment. But it's just them, they have like one part of them that's traumatized and possibly a little bit undeveloped, and they have another side to them that's their protector, and it kind of steps in the moment that this more vulnerable side to them, the Fool here, is in danger, and then they become like a person you don't even recognize. But it's not about them being a bad person. It's just them have learned, maybe as a child with the Fool here, how to survive a traumatic situation where we, for example, don't feel loved or don't feel like we are good enough to be loved. Or so it's they might have had feelings of not being unconditional loved when they grew up, like something was wrong with them, and they have a part of them that, of course, don't agree with this. They feel like they should be loved, everyone should be loved, and so they're getting angry with you when you judge them, maybe in the same way that people did when they were young or small, and that triggers them and makes them go into this survival mode. Okay, so outcome for this, where this is going. We have a deceit. So they will very likely behave in the same way that they have done before, again and again. So it's a good thing that you're taking this protective position. They need like a deeper change to be able to be like better for both themselves and for you, to be less self-destructive. Like their survival technique might have been really great when they were 5, and they were kind of powerless towards their parents, for example, but by growing cold or acting like they don't care about their parents, how they didn't feel unconditionally loved, they could survive it because they felt, I don't love my parents anyway. But when they behave in the same way towards you, it's just a repetition of something that it's outdated. They need to grow past that now. So will they grow past it? And we have understanding. So I'm seeing that they are on their way to do so. But right now they are kind of deep into the rabbit hole. They are starting to see that they are in the rabbit hole. Before they thought that this is reality. But now they understand that they are in the rabbit hole of their own subconscious, and they are kind of fighting with ghosts or behaving in ways that's less than favorable. So at least they have spotted the problem, but it won't be a quick fix. So that's what I'm seeing. They love you, but it can be a good idea to keep your boundaries. In that case, if you lower them and invite this person back, they will just do the same stupid thing over and over. So maybe they need some time alone to figure themselves out and to get themselves on the right keel again. I would urge you to watch the love reading for October, or the pick a card reading. What do they feel? That was just released to the channel to get more information about this relationship. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign, where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see a link to that playlist, so go and check it out. And there's a special offer for personal readings in the description box of this video. Thank you for watching this far. Remember to like and share this video and hit the bell notification on your way out to get updates when the next video is up. Until then, stay blessed and bye for now.